Hi everyone, it's Emma. I'm back with another GCSE Chemistry video, and this video is for WJEC. It's going to be called Flame Tests. Now, if you're doing Edexcel, you don't have to know anything about flame tests. I've just double checked through the spec and I can't remember teaching it when I taught Edexcel either. AQA, I've just checked. You do need to know flame tests for that, but for some reason, I don't know why things are like this, but the colours don't match up to WJEC. Why not? I have got no idea. Who am I? I'm just a teacher making videos in front of my phone. So if you are only watch this video if you're doing WJEC, if I get any requests to do it for AQA, I'll do that also. So you just need to know about five different flame tests. So basically, metals, they can burn to produce a certain flamed or colour flame. Flamed colour flame. They produce a certain colour of flame. I think that's right English. So you need to know 5 of them. You might, in school when you're doing this, you'd probably be putting your splints or your metal sticks or rods into some liquid, and you might think, well, that doesn't look like metal. Why is this sodium chloride, it's got sodium in it, a liquid? And that's because when elements and atoms bond, they totally change their properties. So I could have sodium, which is a reactive shiny metal. I can react it with chlorine and make sodium chloride, which is table salt. You know what table salt looks like. I could then put the table salt in solution. So I could put it in water and dissolve it. So it would look like water to you, but it would be in a liquid form. And if I dabbed my splint, a stick or a metal rod inside it though, the sodium atoms will latch onto the stick. And then if I put it in a flame, it goes a certain colour. I can test for sodium. So the questions can vary on this, but basically they want you to identify the colour with the metal name. So the first one I'll do is sodium. Now I've gone around the house looking for colours. So if you had a solution, like liquid, it looked like water, you weren't sure what was in it, if you wanted to test for the metal ion in it, if you dipped it in the solution and put it in the flame and it went an orange-yellow colour, then that means it's sodium. So in WJEC, they will accept yellow and they will accept orange. I think this orange juice looks a yellow-orange colour, but I think because we call it orange juice, we naturally think it's orange. And it's quite visible. I'm going to link a video below of somebody actually doing the flame test. I don't have a Bunsen burner or anything at home. So sodium is orange-yellow and they will accept either or colour. Next one I will do is barium. You've probably not really heard of barium. We don't really use it much, but that's one they want you to know about. And they want you to know in WJEC that barium, if you put it in a flame test, so if I've got a solution and it's got barium in it, if I put it in a flame test, it's apple green. Not just green, you've got to say apple green. Also, I've never even seen this one work, but somebody's decided, like, that is the official colour that WJEC want you to know about. So I've been in my garden. I've got an apple tree in my garden. It's the only sort of, what is apple green really? Apple green is barium. Next one, I'll move on. This next one should be in your head already, because when we've looked at group 1, the alkali metals, potassium bursts into a lilac flame. So what do you think potassium is going to do if you put it into a flame? It's going to go lilac. The only lilac thing I could find around my house, that's lilac. They won't accept pink. They won't accept purple. Lilac is the colour that potassium goes. So let's say you've got potassium chloride in front of you, but you didn't know. You go into, they like to ask questions like, you go into a lab and samples aren't labelled. How can you find out what's in them? Well, if you put them in a flame test, if you dab some on a stick and put it in a flame and it goes lilac, I won't say purple then, it goes lilac, well, you know it's potassium in there. If you put it in the flame and it goes yellow-orange, you know it's sodium. And if you put it in the flame and it's nothing in real life, but in this question, if you say it goes apple green, if you can picture it going apple green, well, that's barium. So we've done 3 so far. Next one, Lithium is another one you need to know. You need to know that lithium goes red, and it's quite a nice one actually. If you put it in the flame, it does go red. So that's that one. Last one, calcium. And this is where AQA, like in AQA, they've got to say crimson, but we don't. In WJEC, we say that lithium turns red. And for some reason, they decided that calcium turns brick red. Now, it's more of an orange red to me, a burnt orangey red, but, you know, in real life, but they will only accept you saying, that's so heavy, I've just got this out of the garden, that calcium, if you were to put calcium in a flame test, it will go brick red. Now, it's quite, I think it's, you know, considering you've got so many other things to remember for this exam, this is a year 10 topic, I decided, because I saw another teacher do it once, so it's not my idea at all, but basically to come up with little rhymes or little gimmicks in your head to help you remember. So, for instance, barium apple green, bag, B-A-G, barium apple green. Or some people might say, for lithium red, L-R, lazy rat. Probably not the best example. Sodium yellow orange. So let's say slow yelling orangutan. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm taking the first letter of sodium, S-O-Y, sodium orange yellow, and I'm using it in a rhyme. It's best for you to come up with your own rhymes, really. What are the other ones? Lilac, potassium lilac, so maybe lazy panda, or, you know, anything you can do to come up with ideas. So there's 5 flame tests you need to know. So let's say you had 5 unlabeled liquids that were like a clear colour, and it might show you the beakers in the exam, and it's asking you, well, how would you identify what they are? You can, most of them, well, when they're a liquid, they've got 2 names to them. But this test here, the flame test, tells you the first name. In another video, I'll go over the second name. So the first name would either be lithium or barium or sodium or potassium, depending on the colour of the flame. So if you dipped your stick in the solution, in the liquid, and put it in a flame, in a Bunsen burner, you'd put it in a very hot flame, so a blue flame in the dark, and you'll see what colour it goes. And then if it's lilac, oh, I know it's potassium. If it's apple green, who come up with that word, apple green, then it's barium, B-A-G, bag. Yeah, big angry gorilla. That's one that always sticks in my head. One year group came up with that one year. So they are the flame tests. Don't do this. If you've watched this video and you're doing Edexcel, it's not going to be in your exam. And if you're watching this video and you're doing AQA, the colours don't add up. They use different descriptions for colours. That's everything for this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.